kind of the biggest challenge of this score in a lot of ways, because the movie itself doesn't play out normal, and so the score couldn't either. And so there's two instances, I think, that are enhancing the tension, which is, I'll just say the salsa scene, which doesn't really... It's not really a spoiler, but there's a salsa scene that some funky stuff happens with salsa. That one, and then there's one where he's trying to hide some blood on the bed. But aside from that, the score for me was always about what's going on in her brain. And so it was, rather than sort of plot-driven or tension or scene-driven score, which is kind of more traditional, it was more representation of the sounds inside of her head, which I think is sort of what is done in The Shining with the Paderewski music, and Let's Scare Jessica to Death is another good example of that, where it's the score is sort of isolated from the story. It's just letting the audience sort of feel the perspective.